गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन। सहायक एजुकेशन में आपका स्वागत है। वेलकम टू सहायक एजुकेशन। सो टुडे इन द सीरीज ऑफ वीडियोस we'll be discussing about linear equation in two variables. Okay, this is the third chapters of NCERT, and we'll be covering each and every question of NCERT. So let's start the chapter. I'll just share my screen. I hope you can see my screen. So it's a pair of linear equations in two variables. Please understand what is the meaning of linear equation in two variable. इसका मतलब क्या होता है? तो पहले बात करते हैं linear. Okay, what is the meaning of linear? Linear का क्या मतलब होता है? See, whenever we write an equation, say we have written an equation x square plus 2. Now, what is the exponent power in this? So exponent power is 2. The maximum power of the exponent is 2. So it is not a linear equation because linear equation should have a power of 1. So if I write say x plus 1, so this is the linear equation. When I say y plus 5, this is the linear equation. If I say x cube plus 4, it is not a linear equation because the maximum power is 3. So if I write say z to the power 4 plus 3, it is not a linear equation. Reason being the power of z is 4. So you understood what is linear. Now equation. Equation means when we are equating something with each other. Equation means when we are equating something with each other. Like if I say x is equal to 1. Now I am equating x, okay, this is equal sign. I am equating x is equal to 1. So there should be some equation here where we are equating two things. Now comes in two variables. Now what is a variable? So when we are talking about an equation, so x plus 1 is equal to 0. This is the equation. Now in this equation, x is a variable. Variable is a value which we don't know what is the answer, or basically it can vary. The value of x can vary on certain instances. Now they mentioned that it is two variables. When they're talking about two variables, that means the variable should be 2. So it should be like x plus y is equal to 5. So now there are two variables. One variable is x and the second variable is y. So I believe you understood what is the meaning of linear equation in two variables. So if we write an equation, say 2x plus 3y is equal to 8. So this has got two variables, one x, one y, and it is equating to something. It is equating to something. This has become an equation. Okay. So coming to next. So there are multiple type of equations. Okay, first of all, you should understand when we write an equation, say y is equal to x plus 1. What is the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this equation? In graphical terms, we can say that this is the equation of a line. This is the equation of a straight line. So if we draw a graph on a graph, y is y is a variable, x is also a variable. Now if I put a value of x as 0, so I'll just make a graph, like not a graph but a table like this. I'll say x and y. We put x as 0, the value of y comes as 1. If I put x as 1, the value of y comes as 2. So this is the equation of a line, and I'll just draw this line. So I'll just say it is 1, 2, this is 0 and 1. So this is the point, and 1 and 2. So this is the point. So it will be a line like this. So when we talk about pair, so we are talking about two lines. When we're talking about inconsistent pair or pair of equations, that means we are talking about two lines here, two specific lines on a two-dimensional plane. So when we're talking about two dimensions, two different lines, there are three methods in which the lines can occur. Either the lines will be parallel, either the lines will be intersecting, or the line will be lying on each other, on top of one. Okay, these are the only three scenarios which can occur. So when the lines are parallel, we can tell that it is an inconsistent pair. When the lines are parallel, we say that it's an inconsistent pair. These lines will never intersect with anything. Okay, Now coming to consistent pair. Now consistent pair is when the lines intersect. When the lines intersect. And when we talk about dependent pair is the line which is topping on each other. Topping on each other. So again, I'll just repeat it. Inconsistent pair are parallel lines. Consistent pair means the lines are intersecting, and dependent pair means the lines are on top of each other. Okay, they are on top of each other, or it's the same line. Now coming to inconsistent pair. Now the inconsistent pair, as I mentioned, that these lines will be parallel to each other. Okay, so we'll take an example here. 2x minus 3y. So if we make a graph of these lines, this will come as a parallel lines. Okay. So in these cases, so when we denote this line, so this comes as A, this comes as B, and this comes as C. Okay, this is A1, B1, C1, and this is A2, B2, and C2. See, the coefficient values are A1, B1, C1. So we divide as A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is not equal to C1 by C2. So in such cases, the lines are parallel. Okay, the lines are parallel and there is no solution to line. Okay, when we talk about a solution, the solution means, say, if two lines are intersecting at some place. So this point is considered as the solution of the line. But when you're talking about two parallel lines, the two parallel lines will never intersect with each other. They will never ever intersect with each other. So there will be no solution if we try to solve these equations. So we'll not find any value of x or any value of y, okay, which will satisfy this equation, both the equations actually. So this is inconsistent pair. Then comes consistent pair. Consistent pair, we have example where x plus y is minus 3, 2x plus y minus 7. In such cases, a1 by a2, again, this is a1, this is a1 is 1. It's when I talk about a2 is 1, sorry, a1, and this is b1, and this is c1. This is a2, b2, c2. So a2 is 2, b2 is 1, and c2 is minus 7. So here in this case, a1 by a2 should not be equal to b1 by b2. So consistent pair means the lines will intersect. Lines will intersect at some point. So this is lines are intersecting. Okay, and two lines can intersect only at one point. Okay, they cannot intersect at 2 points because line is a straight thing. They can intersect at 2 points. So they'll intersect. There will be a unique solution to it. Unique solution means there will be one value of x, one value of y, which will satisfy both the equations. Okay, in this case, the lines will be intersecting. Then comes dependent pair. Dependent pair are the lines which are parallel. Lines are parallel. Not lines are parallel, sorry. Dependent pair means, coming to dependent pair, the dependent pair means that the lines are on top of each other. This one line, and on top of that, there is another line. Same line. Okay, this is one line, and top of that, another line. Now, example is x. This is the example which is given. Now, in these cases, a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2 is equal to c1 by c2. Basically, all the coefficients are in same ratio. And the lines are consistent and there are infinitely many solutions because every point on the line will be a solution. Every point on the line will be a solution. So this is one line and this is another line on top of it. So every point, this point is on both the lines. That means it's meeting both the lines. The solution means both the lines. This solution means both the lines. This solution means, so there'll be infinite number of solutions available for this. Now coming to a question here where it says check graphically whether the pair of equations is consistent. Okay, we want to find out whether these pair are consistent. Okay, if yes, then we have to solve it graphically. Now, to make a graph, okay, you have learned in previous classes how to make a graph. So let's take this equation, x plus 3y is equal to 6. So let's make some values out of it. We'll take x and we'll take y. So let's consider the value of x as 0. The value of y comes out to be, but 3y is equal to 6. Oh, sorry, it comes out to be 2. 2. So the value is 0 and 2. Now, taking the value of x as 6. Okay, I'm taking the value of x as 6. Then the value of 6 cancels, y becomes 0. So this will denote up. So 0, 2. First, we have to point 0, 2, 0, 2. This is the point on the graph. Then we have 6, 0. 6, 0 is, this is the point on the graph. So the line goes like this. Okay. Now we'll make a line from another equation, 2x minus 3y. Let's make this. Again, we'll do the same thing. X and y. I'll take the value of x as 0. Y comes out to be minus 4. I'll consider the x value as 3. 3 to the 6 and minus 3. So when y comes out to be minus 2. 0, 4. I'll just draw this 0 and minus 4. So this is the 0 and minus 4. This is the point. And 3 minus 2. If I'll say 3 here and minus 2. Minus 2 is here. Okay, so again, I'll draw a line here. So we see that these two lines are meeting at one point, and this point is 0, 6, 0. So this is the solution of the line, and this lines, I can say the equations are consistent. This equation is, the pair of equation is consistent. The value of x is 6 and value of y is 0. Okay. Coming to next. Graphically find whether the following pair of equations has no solution, unique solution, or infinitely many solutions. Now this, we have to find out whether these lines will be parallel, whether these lines will be intersecting, or whether these lines will be coinciding on each other. So how to find it? Now, if I look at this equation, I can see that 3, okay, 3 is common in this. So the first equation is 5x minus 8y plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, this equation, I'm just multiplying to remove the denominator 5. Okay, I'm just multiplying this equation by 5, and I'm also taking 3 as common in this. So basically, I'm multiplying this equation by 5 by 3. So if I multiply this by 5 by 3, the equation is 5 by 3 multiplied by 3x minus 24 by 5, sorry, 3y. So, 3x y, and then plus 3 divided by 5. Now this equation comes out to be, 3 will cancel, it becomes 5x minus 8y plus 1 is equal to 0. Hey, see, this equation and this equation is exactly the same. When both the equations are same, what do you think? How many lines will be made? There will be only one line which will be made. So when there is only one line which will be made, that means they'll have infinitely many solutions. It's a one line. It's the one line which will be made, and the other line is on top of it. It's basically the same line. So there are infinitely many solutions to this. I hope this clarifies. Now coming to the next question. Okay, Champa went to a sale to purchase some pants and skirts. When a friend asked her how many of each she has bought, she answered, the number of skirts is less than twice the number of pants purchased. So let's say pant purchased is X and skirts purchased is Y. So I can say that Y is equal to Y, because it says number of skirts is 2 less than twice the number of pants purchased. So 2x minus 2. So this becomes the first equation. This becomes the first equation. Also, the number of skirts is 4 less than 4 times the number of pants. Okay, the second equation comes as y is equal to the number of skirts is 4 less than 4 times. So it is like 4 times the pants minus 4. So these are two equations now. These are two equations now. Now, for first equation, we'll just make a graph again. There are multiple questions of graph. We'll have a simpler method of doing it later on, but let's do it this way. Now, let me put a value of x as 0. The value of y comes as minus 2. Now, let me consider the value of y as 0. 2 becomes, so it becomes, x becomes 1. So now I have 2 points. Now for other one, I'll just, again, I'll write x and y. So if I put the value of y as 0, x becomes 1. If I put value of x as 0, y becomes minus 4. Okay. Now let's plot this on the graph. 0 minus 2, 0 minus 2. So this is the point. 1, 0, 1, 0. This is the point. So there's a line like this. Okay. Now another line. X is 1, 0. The points are 1, 0. So I'll just say 1 and 0. This is the point. Again. And 0 minus 4. 0 and minus 4. This is the point. So this is another line. Okay, so there are two lines which are intersecting at one point. The point is 1, 0. The point is 1, 0. Because 1, 0 is common in both. That means, what does it mean? That means the value of x is 1 and y is 0. So the answer is 1 and 0. That what does it mean? That she did not see x is equal to 1. That means she purchased one pant and skirts. She purchased 0. She did not even purchase a skirt. Okay. Okay. Coming to the next question. From the pair of linear equations in the following problem, find their solution graphically. Again, we have to use the graph to find the solution. 10 students of class 10 took part in mathematics quiz. Okay. If the number of girls is 4 more than number of boys, find the number of boys and girls who took part. Now, we have to find out two equations. So let's say number of boys is x and number of girls is y. So that means x plus y is equal to 10. This is the first equation. What they're saying is, if the number of girls is 4 more than number of boys, so girls is y, so y is 4 more than number of boys. This is the second equation. So this is first equation. And this comes out to be the second equation. Okay. So we have to find number of boys and girls who took part in the quiz. Okay. From this, okay, we can make a table again. And after making the table, we'll make the graphs. So I'll just say x and y. I'll put the value of x as 0. Y comes out to be 10. And then I'll put the value of y as 0. Then x comes out to be 10. So there are 2 points, 0, 10, 10, 0. Okay, to make it little, we have the value till 10. That's fine. Now, y is equal to x plus 4. Again, we'll make a table here. X and y. So I'll put x, the value of x as 0. Y comes out to be 4. I'll put the value of x as 1. The value of y comes out to be 5. Okay. Now, let's draw it on the graph. So point 0 and 10. 0 and 10. What is 0 and 10? So 0 and 10. Okay, 0 on x-axis and 10 on y-axis. So this is the point here. And the second point is 10, 0. 10, 0 is, this is 10, and 0, 0, this is the point here. So let's draw a line. The line will be like this. Shook. And then we have got another point, another 0, 4. 0, 4. So 0 and 4, this is the point. And we have got 1, 5. I'll say 1 and 5. This is the point, 1, 5. Now if I draw it, the line, it will go like this. Okay, so the point is coming here somewhere. Point is coming here somewhere. Okay, so the value here comes out to be 1, 5, 1 and 5. Yes, if x is 1, y is equal to 5. This comes out to be, this 3, x value is 3. This point is 3, 7. This point is 3, 7. So that clarifies that number of x is 3, number of girls is 7. The point is 3, 7. Is this clear? Coming to the next question. 5 pencils and 7 pens together cost rupees 50. Okay, so I can say the pencil cost X and pen cost Y. I can say 5x plus 7y is equal to rupees 50. The first equation. Now 7 pencils, 7x plus 5y comes out to be 46. This is the second equation. Now again, we'll make a table here. And after the table, we'll make the graph. So we put the value of x and y. Here also we'll do the same thing. Okay, we have to find 2 points because minimum 2 points are required for making a line. So let me just put the value of x as 3. Okay, I'm putting 3 because I know 7, it will become 35. I'll just put value of x as 3. Then 7y is equal to 35. 7 5 is 35. So the point comes as 5. Now if I put the value of y as 0, okay, the value of x comes out to be 10. This is simple. Now coming here, so I'll just take, I'm putting the y value as 5. I'm putting value of y as 5. Okay. So what is the value of, so if I put y value as 5, the value, it becomes 25. 46 minus 25 is 21. And x value comes as 3. Okay. So here we can see 3, 5 and 3, 5. The solution is 3, 5, any which ways. Okay. But let's find another value. So I'll put the value of x as, I'll put any value. Okay. I'll just take 4. Okay. 4. Okay. So 7 4s are 28. 28. So 46 minus 28. 46 minus 28. 8 and 8, 16, 18. So the y comes out to be 18 divided by 5. 18 divided by 5. 18 divided by 5 is 3.6. 3 point. So now plot these points. So when it's a 3, 5. 3, 3, and 5. This point is here. And then 10, 0. 10, 0. This is the point. So the first line is like this. Like this. Okay. The other point is again 3, 5. This is the point. And the next point is 4, 3.6. 4 and 3.6. 3.6 is somewhere around here. So another line will be like this. Okay. And we know that this is the solution. So 3 and 5, 3, 5 is the solution. The value of x is 3 and the value of y is 5. Okay, so she purchased 3 pencils and 5 pens. So coming to the next question. On comparing the ratios, find out whether the lines representing the following pairs of linear equation intersect at a point, are parallel or coincident. So it is pretty simple. We know this is A, this A1, this is B1, this is C1. We know this is A2, We know this is B2. We know this is C2. We have to find out whether A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by, we have to compare these actually. So here we'll just write 5 by 7 is equal to minus 4 by 6. So it is not equal. It is not equal. We can directly see it is not equal. When it is not equal, that means these lines are consistent. Consistent. Consistent means unique solution. Unique solution. One solution. The lines are intersecting. Lines are intersecting. Coming to the second point, I'll just say 9 by 18 is equal to 3 by 6 is equal to 12 by 24. So if I just take it the smallest form, it becomes 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2 is equal to 1 by 2. See, this entire thing is equal. This is equal. That means A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. That means these two lines are consistent, coincident. Okay, these are not consistent, coincident. Okay, these lines are coincident. It's the top of each other. One line on the top of another line. So this is coincident. Coincident. These lines are coincident. Now again, we'll check 6 divided by 2 should be equal to minus 3 by minus 1 is equal to 10 by 9. So I can see this is as 3 is equal to minus is equal to 3. And this is not equal to 10 by 9. So A1 by A2, I can say A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is not equal to C1 by C2. What does it mean? That means the lines are parallel. Lines are parallel. Okay. So this kind of question will come in exam. It's a 1 or 2 marker question. You can expect in boards. Okay, another question. Half the perimeter of a rectangular garden whose length is 4 meters, then its width is 36. Find the dimensions of the garden. Okay, so let's make a rectangle here. So we'll say the length is y and width is x. They're saying the length is 4 meters more than its width. That means y is equal to x plus 4. This is the first equation. This is the first equation. And the second equation will be, we have said half the perimeter of the rectangular garden is 36. Half the perimeter. What is half the perimeter? The perimeter is 2 into length plus breadth. 2 into length plus breadth. So half the perimeter will be length plus breadth. That means x plus y. They have mentioned x plus y is equal to 36. So we have two equations now. So let's make a graph again. We have x and y. If I put value of x as 0, y comes as 4. If I put the value of x as 1, y comes as 5. That's a simple one. So we can make this graph. But this will be difficult because we have a short space. So I can say the value of x is 10. Okay, 10 is the maximum value. So y comes out to be 26. I will not be able to place 26 here. So I'll not be able to make this thing on this graph. Okay, but let me just make the first line. So x by y is 0, 4. Right? This is 0, 4. This is the point. Second one is 1, 5. It's 1 and 5. This is the point. So this is the first line. This is the first line. Okay. Now coming to this one, I'm just saying this is x and y. The value of x is 10. Then the value of y comes out to be 26. The value of y comes out to be 10. Then x becomes 26. Okay. So I'll just say 10 and 26. So first point 10 and 26. 26 will be somewhere on the top. Okay, so it will be very high. And the second point, it will be very high somewhere, say somewhere here. Okay, it's just like I'll not be able to find out on the graph itself. And the second point is 2610. Oh God, 2610. 2610 also I'll not be able to place. Sorry guys, you please do this question on your own because this is not coming on my graph sheet. Okay. Coming to next question. Given the linear equations 2x plus 3y minus 8 is equal to 0, write another linear equation in two variable such that the geometrical representation of the pair so formed is intersecting parallel lines and coincident lines. So they want us to create the equation. So the equation is 2x plus 3y minus 8 is equal to 0. And we know, okay, for intersecting lines, what happens for intersecting lines? A1 by A2 should not be equal to B1 by B2. Okay, A1 by A2 should not be equal to B1 by B2. So what we are going to do? So we'll take some values where it is not same. So I'll just take it as the second equation as A2 is, I've taken it A2 as say 4 and B2 as say 1. Okay, is equal to 1. So the ratio will not be same. So it will be, the equation comes out to be 4x plus y minus 3 is equal to 0. Now, we know that A1 by A2 will not be equal to B1 by B2 for intersecting lines. Now, coming to parallel lines. Coming to parallel lines. The parallel lines, we know that A1 by A2 should be equal to B1 by B2, but it should not be equal to C1 by C2. So we know that A1 value is 2. Okay, so we have to take, okay, I'll just take A2 again as 4. Now I'll take B2 as 6 so that the ratio becomes same. Okay, B2 as 6. So A1 by A2 should be equal to B1 by A2. And for C2, I'll take some value which is random. Okay, I'll just take 1. Okay, so the next equation comes out to be 4x plus 6y plus 1 is equal to 0. So these two lines, this line and the second line, will be parallel line. Okay. And third comes coincident. Coincident lines. Okay. When we're talking about coincident lines are A1 by A2 should be equal to B1 by B2 should be equal to C1 by C2. This is pretty simple. Why? Because just multiply this equation by some constant and you will get another equation. So if I multiply this equation by 2, it becomes as 4x plus 6y minus 16 is equal to 0. So this equation and this equation is exactly the same, and these will coincide. There will be a coincident line. Basically, it's the same line on the graph. I believe you understood. In case you have any questions, you can write in the comments. Okay. Coming next. Oh God, how many graphical related questions? Draw the graphs of the equation x minus y plus 1 is equal to 0, and this determine the coordinates of the vertices of the triangle formed by these lines and the x-axis and shade the triangular region. Okay, this kind of question can come in exam. 1 or 2 marker question. 2 marker question actually. Okay, so again, the first equation is x minus y plus 1 is equal to 0. Let's make a table for this. I'll x and y. Let's put the value of x as 0. The y comes out to be 1. Then put the value of y as 0. X comes out to be minus 1. Yeah, that's correct. Now, using this equation, x and y. Here I'll put the value of x as 0. Y comes out to be 6. And then I'll put the value of y as 0. Dx is equal to 12. It comes out to be 4. Now just draw these two tables on the graph. 0, 1. 0 and 1. This is the point. Then we have -1, 0, -1 and 0. This is the point. So there's a line like this. Yes. And then we have 0, 6. 0, 0 and 6. This is the point. And then we have 4, 0. 4 and 0. This is the point. So the line comes out to be like this. Okay. Okay. So this is the two lines which are created. Now, this is the intersecting point. Now, determine the coordinates of the vertices of the triangle formed by these lines. Okay, so iske 3 is triangle. There's a triangle which is formed. This triangle. There's a triangle which is formed. So we have to find the vertices. Vertices is the point where the lines meet. So this is the vertex. What is the vertices? If it will be, I think 2, 3. It will be 2, 3. So vertices are 2, 3. So this comes out to be 2, 3. And here it is. It's 4, 0. And this is -1, 0. So these are the 3 points. And shade the triangular region. Oh, बच्चों को 10th में भी coloring करा रहे हैं. Shade the region. Okay, let's shade the region nicely. Okay, this is the favorite part when you were kids we used to do. बच्चों को coloring में बड़ा मजा आता है ना. हमारे को coloring करा रहे हैं वो भी 10th standard में. क्या मजाक है. Good. कलर कर लो भाई थोड़ा सा लो. हो गया कलर. हमने शेड कर दिया रीजन. लो चलो. कलरिंग के मार्क्स भी मिलेंगे इसमें आपको. पहली बार 10th में कलरिंग के मार्क्स मिलेंगे आपको. Okay, coming to next question. Oh God, new substitution method. Algebraic methods of solving a pair of linear equations. Solve the following pair of equations by substitution method. Now substitution method, what is substitution method? Substitution method means we substitute. तो एक स्कूल के अंदर आज एक टीचर नहीं आई है तो दूसरा सब्स्टिट्यूट टीचर आ जाता है वो पढ़ाने के लिए. ओके, जनरली ऐसा होता है. या फिर कोई कॉलेज में प्रोफेसर नहीं आया तो दूसरा प्रोफेसर पढ़ाने के लिए आ जाता है. तो सब्स्टिट्यूशन. ऑफिस के अंदर एक बंदा नहीं होता है. आप पीएफ ऑफिस जाओ या फिर आप बैंक के ऑफिस जाओ तो वहां पर एक जना नहीं होता है तो दूसरा बंदा आ जाता है. दैट्स कॉल्ड सब्स्टिट्यूशन. वी सब्स्टिट्यूटेड. नाउ देयर आर टू इक्वेशन व्हिच आर गिवन. 7x minus 15y is equal to this and x plus 2y is equal to 3. Now, if you look at this equation, x plus 2y is equal to 3. So I can write it as x is equal to 3 minus 2y. Now, value of x is 3 minus 2y. Now, I'll put this value in this equation. I'm putting the value of x in the first equation, in this equation. So it becomes 7 into value of x, 3 minus 2y minus 15y is equal to 2. Now, this is the new equation. Now, let's find the value here. So it becomes 7 3s are 21 minus 14y minus 15y is equal to 2. So this becomes minus 29. And if I take 21 this side, it will become negative 21. So it becomes 2 minus 21 is minus 19. So I'll just say y. So y is equal to minus 19 divided by minus 29. Minus minus cancel, it becomes 19 by 29. So we found the value of y. तो y का तो वैल्यू मिल गया. अब y का वैल्यू मिल गया है तो just put the value of y in any of these equations to find the value of x. So we'll write, okay, x plus 2 into 19 by 29 is equal to 3. So x is equal to, which is 19 to the 38 by 29. So 3 minus 38 by 29. So this is it. You can calculate this value. Okay. 29 3s are is 87. 87 minus 38. 87 minus 38 is 9. 49. So x becomes 49 by 29. Okay. Coming to the next question. Now we have to do these things with substitution method. The graph is over. Now we have to do it with substitution method. In a shop, the cost of 2 pencils and 3 erasers is 9. So again, I'll say the pencil cost X pencil costs X, the value of pencil, look, the cost of pencil is X. You have to write all these things. Cost of eraser is Y. Okay, so we can say 2X plus 3Y is equal to 9. And cost of 4 pencils, second equation is 4X plus 6Y is equal to 18. Oh God, these two equations seems very similar. Very similar. Now for solving this, okay, I can substitute the value. So I can just multiply this, or I can find the value of X here. The value of X from this equation, the first equation, I'll say X is equal to 9 minus 3Y divided by 2X. Right? This is the value of X. Not 2X, 2. 9 minus 3Y divided by 2. So I'm just putting the value in this equation, the second equation. This becomes 4 into 9 minus 3Y divided by 2 plus 6Y is equal to 18. Okay, so I'll just multiply it. It's 9 4s are 36 minus 12Y divided by, or I could have multiplied it. I should have done it. I should have cut it. I should have multiplied 2 2s are 4. So I'll just say 18 minus 6Y plus 6Y is equal to 18. Now 6Y will cancel by 6 because 18 is equal to 18. Now when it says 18 is equal to 18, that means we cannot find a solution of this. We cannot find a solution to this by this thing. What does it mean? That means this is a coincident lines. अगर अब we look into the graphs, these are coincident line. एक ही line के ऊपर दूसरी line बनी हुई है. Okay, by we cannot find the value of X and Y by this method because these two equations are exactly the same. Okay. Now find the cost of pencil in each eraser. So every there are infinite number of solutions, but we'll not be able to because both the lines are consistent. Okay, we'll not be able to find the value of X and Y here. Come to the next. Two rails are represented by the equation. This is one equation. The second equation, will the rays cross each other? They want to know whether it's consistent or not, whether they will intersect or not. Okay, let's find out with the substitution method. So the first equation is X plus 2Y. So I'll just say, what is X? X is equal to, I'll say 4 minus 2Y. The value of X is 4 minus 2Y from the first equation. And I'm putting this value in the second equation. So I'll write it as 2. Instead of X, I'll write it as 4 minus 2Y plus 4Y minus 12 is equal to 0. So I'll just multiply it's 8 minus 4Y plus 4Y minus 12 is equal to 0. This will cancel out. So I'll not be able to, it says 8 minus 12. 8 minus 12 is equal to 0. So 8 minus 12 is minus 4 is equal to 0. Minus 4 is not equal to 0. Minus 4 is not equal to 0. That means these two lines are parallel lines. There is no solution. There is no solution. These two lines are parallel lines. There is no solution to it. This will never intersect, or there is no solution, or no zeros will be available, but no solution available for this. Coming to the elimination method. Now, elimination method is a favorite one, which we use in future and for further classes. It's a simpler method. Solve the pair of linear equations by the elimination method and the substitution method. So we'll not do it with substitution method. We'll only do it with the elimination method now, going forward. Okay. Now it is X plus 5. The first equation we'll take. X plus Y is equal to 5. And 2X minus 3Y is equal to 4. Equal to 4. So these are two equations. Now what we are going to do is we'll make one thing same. It's like 2x. So I will make it here 2x. So what I'm going to do to make it 2x, I'm going to multiply this entire equation by 2. So the first equation becomes 2x plus 2y is equal to 10. I've multiplied this entire equation by 2. The second equation was 2x minus 3y is equal to 4. Now I'm going to subtract the equation, the first equation from the second equation from the first equation. I'll just subtract. When I subtract, the signs will change. Minus, and this will become plus, and this will become minus. So this will cancel out. What is this? 2y plus 3y, it becomes 5y. 5y. 2y plus 3y is 5y, and is equal to 10 minus 4 is 6. So the value of y comes out to be 6 divided by 5. The value of y is 6 divided by 5. And if I put the same value in any of the equations, in the first equation, if I put this value, so it becomes x plus 6 divided by 5 is equal to 5. So x is equal to 5 minus 6 by 5. So it becomes 25 minus 6 by 5. It becomes 19 by 5. So first equation is solved by elimination method. Elimination, we eliminated one variable. Now, second is 3x plus 4y is equal to 10. Now, second, we'll take second question. We are taking it here. So we'll say 3x plus 4y is equal to 10. Okay. And it is 2x minus 2y. So before just directly taking it, I'll just multiply this equation by 2 to 2y to make it 4y. So I'll just multiply this equation by 2. It becomes 4x minus 4y is equal to 4. This equation would have been, we should have divided it by 4 any which ways. Anyways, now we add these equations. In this case, we subtracted it to remove it. In this case, we are adding the equations. For adding the equations, any which is then 4y and 4y will be added, it will cancel out. It become 7x. And this is 10 plus 4, 14. So value of x comes out to be 2. And we'll put the value of x in the equation. In any of the equation, we'll put the value of x, say in this equation, the first equation. So it becomes 3 into 2 plus 4y is equal to 10. So it is 6. So if I just say this becomes 4y is equal to 4 and y is equal to 1. So the solution of the equation is 2 and 1. X की value 2 hai and y की value 1. Okay. Now coming to the third question. Take it here. So it is 3x minus 5y minus 4 is equal to 0. And I'll just multiply because it is 3x. I'll just, to make it 9x, I'll just multiply this equation by 3. So the first equation itself, the same equation becomes 9x minus 5 is a 15 y minus 12 is equal to 0. So this is the first equation. And the second equation, I'm writing it. It is 9x minus 2y minus 7 is equal to 0. So I've written it because I've just moved these things, minus 2y here, and 2y here and 7 here. So that's why the signs have changed. Now I subtract the equation. When I subtract the equation, it becomes minus, this becomes plus, and this becomes plus. Why? Because when we subtract something, the signs change. So this gets cancelled out. This becomes minus 13y. And here it is, becomes minus 12 plus 5 is minus 5 is equal to 0. So minus 13y is equal to 5. Y is equal to 5 by minus 13, or you can say minus 5 by 13. So here we have found the value of y. If we put the value of y in any of the equations, we can find the value of x as well. Okay. Coming to the next question. Okay. If we add 1 to the numerator and subtract 1 from the denominator, a fraction reduces by 1. If we add 1 to the numerator and subtract 1 from the denominator, the fraction reduces to 1. So I'll say numerator is equal to x, denominator is equal to y. Okay. So if we add 1 to the numerator, I'll just say x plus 1 and subtract 1 from the denominator. Y minus 1. Denominator was y minus 1. The fraction reduces to 1. That means it comes out to be 1. This is the first equation. Okay, I'll just solve this equation first. So I'll just multiply this entire thing here. So it becomes x plus 1 is equal to y minus 1. Or if I take everything to one side, it becomes x minus y plus 2 is equal to 0. This is the first equation. Let's make the second equation. It becomes 1 by 2 if we only add 1 to the denominator. So they are saying x divided by y plus 1 will give you 1 by 2. Now we'll cross multiply, so it becomes 2x is equal to y plus 1. Or I can say 2x minus y minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, so this is the second equation. This is the second equation. So I'll write for elimination, I'll write this 1 over near that 2x minus y minus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, now we'll subtract the equation. So I'll subtract this from this. So let's say it's minus plus plus. So this will cancel out because it's minus y and this is plus y. It'll cancel out. It'll become minus x plus 3 is equal to 0. So value comes out to be x is equal to 3. X is equal to 3. This is the equation. Now I'm putting this value in any of the equations. So when x is equal to 3, I'll just write 2 into 3 minus y minus 1 is equal to 0. It becomes 6 minus y minus 1 is equal to 0. 6 minus 1 is 5. It's minus 5. So 5. And so it becomes y is equal to 5. So this is the value which has come up. Okay, guys. Okay, there are certain questions which are very similar. Okay, so let me just take a question which is pretty important. Okay, this is an important question. The sum of digits of a two-digit number is 9. Okay. So whenever we are considering a two-digit number, this is pretty important. Please note it down. Whenever considering a two-digit number, we should consider in the form, say a number is 45. A number is 45. I cannot write, say the tenth digit is x and unit digit is y. I cannot write it as xy because it seems like x multiplied by y. Okay, so this number doesn't make sense. So whenever we are writing a two-digit number, we have to write it as 10. We'll say 10th digit is x. This digit is x. And this digit is y. So when we are writing this equation, how we'll write this? We'll write it as 10 multiplied by x plus y. So it becomes 10 multiplied by 4 plus 5. So it becomes 10 multiplied by 4 is 40 plus 5 is becomes 45. So whenever we are writing a two-digit number, we'll say 10x plus y. Whenever we are writing a three-digit number in the similar fashion, we'll write it as 100x plus 10y plus z. So it's a three-digit number. Please remember this part. Now, coming to the question. The sum of the digits of a two-digit number is 9. They are saying there are two digits. This the 10th digit is x and the unit digit is y. They are saying x plus y is equal to 9. This is the first equation. 9 times this number is twice the number obtained by reversing the order of the digits. So first of all, you have to find out 9 times this number. First of all, what is this number? The number is, this is the number. 10x plus y is the number. Okay. 10 times x multiplied by y. So this is the way we write. They're saying 9 times the number is twice. 9 times the number is twice. This number is twice the number obtained by reversing the digits. So when we reverse the digit, what will happen? This will become this and this will become this, right? So the number becomes 10y plus x. 10y plus x, because the value has the value of y has gone towards the 10th side and the 10th value has come to the unit digit. So let's calculate this. As it becomes 10x plus y is equal to 20y plus 2x. Okay. Sorry, 9 times the number. 9 times the number is twice the number obtained by. Sorry. I have made some mistake here. I'll just clear it up. Okay, so they mentioned 9 times the number is twice the number obtained by reversing the order of the digits. So what is the number? The current number is 10x plus y. When we reverse the digits, it will become 10y plus x. They are saying 9 times this number is equal to twice the number obtained by reversing the digits. So it becomes 9x. Let's compute it. It becomes 90x plus 9y is equal to 20y plus 2x. Okay, so 90x. So it becomes, if I just take it other side, it becomes 88x. 88x and 9y. I'll just take it to this side. It becomes is equal to 11y. And if I divide this entire equation by 11, so it becomes 8x is equal to y. Y is equal to 8x. Now I'm putting this value in this equation. Y is equal to 8x. So I'll just write it as x plus 8x is equal to 9. So it becomes 9x is equal to 9. So x is equal to 1. So the value of x comes up as 1 and the value of y comes out to be 8. Okay. So here it concludes the chapter. Okay, in case you have any doubts, in case you have any questions, anything related to this one, you can please comment on the comment box and I'll get back to you within the shortest time possible with the explanation. And in case you want personalized study, you can connect me on, you can put it on chat and my team will connect with you. You can put your telephone number and my team will connect with you. Okay. Thank you.